Hi everyone, my name is Raphiat and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of stopping by, you're welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, you're also welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make sausage rolls, yummy sausage rolls in the comfort of your home. And you know the really cool thing about this video? I'm going to be showing you how to make them using an oven, and if you don't have an oven, don't worry, I got you. So let's get right into it. I'm going to be using some all-purpose flour. I'm using 6 cups for this. I'm also going to be using some sugar. Don't worry about the list of measurements. Everything regarding measurements will be in the box below. So I added some cinnamon powder and some salt as well. Now I'm going to use a whisk or a spatula to mix everything thoroughly. Please note that the dry ingredients you should use aren't limited to the ones that I used. Feel free to add other dry ingredients like baking powder, like nutmeg, feel free, okay? Now I'm going to be adding some margarine, or you can use butter in place of margarine, that's fine. I'm going to be using 250 grams of margarine. This is because the dough for sausage roll should be very flaky. So I'm going to be adding enough margarine into this, okay? After you've added the margarine, make sure you use your clean hands to massage the margarine into the dry ingredients. Now this is going to take some time to do because you want to get it right, so be patient when doing this, because if not done well, you'll find out that the butter is not going to get to every part of the dry ingredients, and trust me, you don't want that. At the end of the day, we want to achieve a very lovely flaky crust when making either sausage rolls or any snack that is in that category. So use your clean hands to massage the margarine or butter into the dry ingredients, and please make sure that the margarine or butter you're using is cold. Preferably use cold one and not melted margarine or room temperature margarine. So a few minutes before you start making the snack, you can just pop it in the refrigerator or in the freezer for a minute or two, and when you've gotten the right temperature, you can then use the butter or margarine. This gives better results. It's not something that is a must, but it's recommended. Now after doing that, go ahead and add your egg. I'm going to be using 2 eggs for this, and in addition to that, I'm going to be using some cold milk. I'm using 1 cup of milk, but like I said, all the details regarding the measurements will be in the box below. And please, if at this point you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit that subscribe button and give this video thumbs up. And don't forget to go through my channel because I have amazing videos for you, okay? At this stage and for this recipe, when mixing the dough, you're just trying to bring all the ingredients together. You're not kneading the dough like you need the dough for making bread. No, that's not what you're doing. You're just trying to bring the ingredients together, and you don't want your dough to be too soft. You don't want it to be too tough either. So do this gently and stick to a particular recipe, a particular standard recipe, in order to get ideal results, to get good results when you're making your own sausage. Now the dough for sausage roll, you can also use this recipe, this measurement for your meat pie. It is really similar, though I have a meat pie recipe on my channel that you can use. So I transferred this to my clean surface in order to bring all the ingredients together, and now that the ingredients are together, I'm going to transfer this into a bowl and keep in the refrigerator while I prepare the filling for the sausage rolls. As expected, we're going to be using sausages for this recipe, and I'm using chicken sausage. Feel free to use beef sausage, any other kind of sausage that you want to. And this pack comes with 10 sausages, and I'm going to be using 1 pack and a few more pieces. In total, I think I used 14 sausages for the 6 cups of flour, and it was perfect for the recipe. So we have 14 sausages here, and I'm going to be blending or using a food processor to process the sausages. But in order to make the job easy, I'm going to cut the sausages into 2. You can cut into smaller pieces, that's fine. And it's also possible and accepted to use whole sausages. You don't have to mince them into smaller pieces. Honestly, it's based on choice. Just do it however you want to do it. It's still going to come out really nice, I assure you. So because of the kind of sausages I wanted such as sausage rolls that had minced meat in them. That's why I decided to cut my own into smaller pieces, use a food processor and all that. So if you don't want that, feel free to skip this step. So next we have some spices here. I have paprika, I have ginger, garlic powder, I have some seasoning powder and some salt. We're keeping it really simple. In addition, I have some onions for that flavor. Onions is very important. So, and I also have some pepper. Please, the pepper should not be too much, oh, or just do you, anyhow you like it. So I'm going in with my food processor now, and I'm going to add the sausages in there, the onions, and of course the pepper and the spice mix that we talked about earlier. Feel free to add more ingredients. It all depends on how you like it. So I'm going to cover the food processor and allow the processor do the job. And honestly, you can also use a blender to do this, but the consistency and the texture I wanted, I was going to get it with a food processor because the processor has bigger blades. So I used the processor to do this, and all the sausages couldn't fit into the processor at once. So I did a second batch containing only the sausages. So that's why the color is different here. So I put the remaining sausages in the food processor and the processor did the job. So this is the exact consistency, the exact texture I'm looking for in the filling of the sausage rolls. So I'm going to mix everything together so that all the ingredients can get to every aspect of the sausage. And some sausages come like this already minced, perfectly minced like this. So if you find those ones where you are, please use those ones so that you don't have to go through the process I just went through. So, and you're going to get the same results whether you use the store-bought already minced meat or you use the method I just used. So this is what we have. Both our dough and the filling, they are perfectly ready, perfectly ready to be used. So we're going to go ahead and bring the actual snack to life. The first thing I'm going to do is to divide the dough into smaller pieces because the dough is quite a lot and you can't work with 6 cups at a go, especially considering the surface I'm using. So I'm going to divide this into 4, and the remaining 3 pieces you can always keep them back in the refrigerator. Then when you're done with the first piece, you can continue with the others. That's the easiest way to do this. But before we continue, please make sure you have your egg aside in a bowl because we're going to use the egg for 2 things: to seal the sausage rolls and to use the egg as egg wash. It's an important part of this recipe. Okay, so aside the 2 eggs for making the dough, you need 1 egg to complete the process. And now all I'm doing is to flatten the dough using my rolling pin. Feel free to sprinkle a little bit of all-purpose flour on the surface you intend to use. This is going to make the job faster and easier. So you can flatten this to your desired level of thickness or thinness. So this is the level I'm going to be using. And the next thing I'm going to do is to use either a pizza cutter or a dough cutter or even a knife to cut the edges of this dough. This is because we want our sausage rolls to be as perfect or as good as possible. And once you have the dough into a perfect rectangle, you're going to find out that the process is way easier and faster. So remove the rough edge, and once you're done with that, your dough is ready to be used. Take out the extra edges from the dough. You can always read later on in the process. All I'm doing now is to scoop the filling into one side of the dough. And honestly, you can use as much filling as you want to, but we're keeping it moderate and ideal here. So, and after that, I'm going to, brush one end of the dough with the egg because it's going to act as a sealant when we roll the dough to the other side. You can use water for this, but egg is better. So I'm going to seal this up. I'm going to start first by rolling the dough. Then when I get to the edge, I'll press it down for it to be perfectly sealed. When baking, trust me, you don't want your sausage rolls to, open up and all that. Now I'm going to be using my cutter to the sausage into the desired size. Feel free to do bigger sizes, smaller sizes. It's just dependent on how you like it. So I'm doing medium. I think I can call this medium size. Yes, this is medium size. And after that, this is what we have. So in order to get that golden, beautiful crust, that golden glaze that sausage rolls and similar snacks do have, all you're going to do now is to brush the sausage rolls with some of the egg. This is the egg washing process. Yes, the egg wash, you're going to use it to brush the sausage rolls. And that's it. It's pretty easy to do. You can see how easy it is to make sausage rolls. Some people also use milk in place of this. It's fine to use milk as well. Now I'm going to make some marks on the sausage rolls. This is going to help heat escape, more like help evaporate once the baking process starts. And it's also going to give the sausage rolls that signature look that, most snacks that are in this category, they have that fork markings. So I'm going to do that on the sausages. And after that, this is what we have. The next thing to do is bake, yes, and you can also freeze this at this stage for future use. Whenever you want to bake them, just take them out of the fridge and bake. Using an oven, I'm going to be baking for 25 minutes at 170 degrees. That's ideal for the sausage rolls. And if you don't have an oven, this part is for you. First of all, you're going to go in with either salt, sand, gari, or anything green in order to help trap heat and observe heat within the pot. So I'm going to be using gari. This is my first time of using gari to do this, and it worked very well. Next, I'm going to go in with a pot stand in order to help anchor the baking pan. I'm going to cover this and preheat on medium heat for about 5 minutes. And after that, it simply means the pot is now hot enough. The principle you should understand about baking is that baking uses the principle of cooking by dry heat. So once you can provide an environment for the pastry or the snack to receive dry heat, then you're good to go. So for the pot method, allow on low heat for 30 minutes and you're going to get perfectly baked sausage rolls. And now you see how easy peasy that was. So you can make sausage rolls in the comforts of your home for you and your loved ones. It's very easy to make. So now you can enjoy your sausage rolls. They came out really nice, very flaky on the and lovely on the inside. Thank you so much for coming this far. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to go through my channel for other amazing videos. Bye.